Dr. Jallow's recent article endorsing Dr. Tangana for the position of Secretary General of the Commonwealth serves as a striking illustration of intellectual pretense, shallow analysis, and sycophantic drivel. The article reads less like a scholarly assessment and more like the desperate sales pitch of a second-hand motor salesman, intent on closing a deal at any cost. Jallow's work is an exercise in intellectual chicanery, a glowing hagiography, lacking the depth and evidence that should underpin any serious endorsement. If intellectual mediocrity were an Olympic event, Jallow's endorsement would surely take home the gold. Instead of offering a robust, evidence-based endorsement, Jallow's article resembles the intellectual equivalent of a hollow drum, loud and attention-grabbing, but utterly empty upon closer examination. It panders to political ambition with the rhetorical flourish of a tabloid gossip column. In fact, it would not be out of place in the pages of a cheap tabloid, extolling the virtues of its subject with such exaggerated praise that one half expects it to end with the words sponsored content. As such, it is not difficult for one to wonder whether Jallow's doctorate was painstakingly earned or is simply one of those dubious, honorary trinkets tossed out like confetti at a third-rate graduation ceremony. Indeed, the lack of depth, evidence, and analytical integrity also forces one to seriously question whether Jallow even knows the first thing about scholarly responsibility. After all, one would expect a person with a PhD to engage in balanced and well-researched critique, not produce a glowing piece of fan mail for political favor. Simply put, the piece, tragically devoid of scholarly rigor, fails to demonstrate any semblance of academic merit. It is nothing more than an ode to mediocrity lacking substance, and perhaps most alarmingly, evidence. Scholars, particularly those with the gravitas of a doctoral title, are expected to be the torchbearers of knowledge and integrity, carrying forth the noble pursuit of truth with a commitment that evokes the very spirit of intellectual devotion. It is for this reason that medieval scholars were often regarded as high priests of the mind, individuals who devoted themselves, in near monastic fashion, to the purest and most sacred search for truth. Their intellectual endeavors were not merely a profession but a vocation, demanding the utmost discipline and self-sacrifice, removed from the distractions of worldly ambition. As in classical Greece or Victorian England, the very thought of scholars engaging in the rough-and-tumble world of politics would have been considered not only impractical but blasphemous. The sacred nature of scholarship, devoted entirely to the pursuit of higher truths, was seen as fundamentally incompatible with the compromises, duplicity, and moral relativism that define political life. To sully the scholar's robe by engaging in the sordid affairs of power and patronage would have been regarded as a violation of the essence of intellectual purity, a betrayal of the fundamental principles upon which the scholarly vocation rested.